I'm Trevor Hale. I'm 20 years old and I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I'm a youth filmmaker at Wide Angle Youth Media, where I've been learning about media production for 2 years. But off and on throughout these last 2 years, I've also been a homeless youth. The same day that I received a leadership award for helping Wide Angle win a $15,000 grant, my mother and I found that the transitional home we had been staying in was being shut down without warning, and that all of our things had been thrown onto the street. On any given day in Baltimore, over 600 teens are on the street without a safe place to stay. Hundreds more are staying with friends and extended family, without a permanent home. School was important to me, but it was impossible to find a balance between life in a shelter and my education. Often, after my classes, I'd return to the shelter to find out that all the beds were taken. Most of the time, I ended up sleeping outside. I knew that this wasn't safe. Between my health and breaking vagrancy laws, and I ended up leaving Wide Angle until I could find a safer place to stay. Homelessness takes away your sense of security and pride and replaces it with fear. With the feeling of constantly looking over your shoulder, and while you're worried about physical safety, you also worry about people finding out. You fear that their judgments and the stereotypes that other teens will have about you. People think that all homeless people are sick or dirty. Even worse, people think that homeless people deserve to be in this situation, that there's something wrong with them. But this could happen to anyone. I want to introduce you to other youth like me, to hear what we have gone through and what we need in order to get our lives back on track.
I always wanted a family. I wanted a mother and I wanted a father to actually be there and care for me. I didn't know that a young child would me but become homeless. I was homeless for 3 years growing up because I had a mother that was stuck on drugs and didn't actually know how to take care of her kids. She just knew how to take care of herself. And I had to grow up and realize I gotta be the one to take care of myself, because no one else is gonna do it. I have to do it.
I've been homeless since about the age 8 or 10 years old. My mom, she was alcoholic. She went through a whole lot as a kid, just like me. My mom disciplined. I didn't always get belts. I used to get you know what I mean? And she didn't mean none of it, but it definitely took a toll on me coming up.
My mom passed away. I used to get in trouble in school, and so they was like, because I stayed in trouble, I was stressing my mom out. She died from pneumonia, so my aunt, she felt like it was my fault. She felt like I stressed her out. When I got into it with my father, he said the same thing. And me and him got into a big argument. So he sent me to a mental hospital. And I was there for 3 weeks. I was mad. I felt like I was unwanted.
When I was 16, I got pregnant with my son, and my mom pulled me out of high school for that year. I went back, had to repeat 11th grade, but I graduated the same year because I did regular school, I did night school, and I did online classes just to graduate. But when I graduated, my mother put me out and forced me to become homeless. It hurts me a lot not to see my son. But I did what was best for him. I used to be so stressed out for everything. I sometimes I just get the feeling of just want to disappear from everybody. It's wish I just can go far away, and not exist. Not kill myself, but just not exist.
It's hard to start each day. You wake up in a place that isn't your home. Some things don't change. You still have to go to school. You still have to look for work. But without security and support, everything gets harder. The things that most teens take for granted become things that you will have to fight for. How can you focus on your future if you don't even know how you will eat, where you will do your homework, or if you will ever feel safe again? You start to wonder, Is all this hard work to survive going to pay off?
The hardest part is wondering how you gonna wash, wondering how you gonna clean your clothes, wondering who can you really trust, who can you really tell or talk to. It's not good knowing that you might not have a place to stay at that night. Like during the day, it might not run through your head, but when the night hits, it hits you like, where am I go? I don't know what I'm gonna do. Where am I stay? I never stayed in the shelter. One of my friends actually got raped staying in the shelter, so that's why I refuse. I'll go in an abandoned house anywhere before a shelter.
Last time I stayed at a shelter, male staff would pay clients to have sex. Very few people you can trust because a lot of people only look out for themselves. They steal your underwear, steal your money, steal your medicine. They don't care. It's scary. You really don't know what to do, because you're trying to figure out what's your next plan, how you gonna make some money, how you gonna live, what you gonna eat, how you gonna take care of yourself, basically. It really is not safe being a female. I know from experiences, because since I came to Baltimore, I've been raped, and I was supposed to get killed that night. I was scared. I didn't know where I was at. Because you don't know if one day you're gonna be safe walking down the street, or you're gonna be grabbed up.
I got tired of living in shelters because we kids, you know what I mean? I actually managed to stay the night at a lot of people's houses until they realized, man, you homeless? It made me angry at everything because I feel like my world was my world, being homeless. But when I see the outside world, it's like kids crying, oh, I didn't get the new shoes. Mommy, daddy didn't give me $100 I went at the mall today. It used to make me so angry, distant, depressed. And I never pictured me making it to 18.
At my breaking point when I was just gonna give up on everything. I stopped going to school for a long period of time. I almost gave up on my kids. I have a 1-year-old named Caden, and I have a 7-month-old named Rashad. But then I met this girl. She's homeless. She doesn't have anywhere to go either. I met her at 11 Arms. I consider 11 Arms my home. I can talk to people here. I can relate to other kids. And when I seen the stuff she goes through, and it motivates me to work hard to get where I want to be in life. So now I'm back in school, and I have a job interview Thursday. And I do want to be able to, have my kids and have a wonderful life.
There are only a handful of places that specifically work to help homeless teens. Loving Arms is a transitional living program where teens get to have their own bedroom rather than being housed with dozens of strangers in an adult shelter. The Yes Center is our city's only drop-in center for the homeless youth, providing counseling and helping to find resources for teens.
When I came to the Yes Drop-In Center, I talked to everyone here, and they did the best they could to help me, and they still are. It's a youth empowerment society. It helps out young adults from the ages 14 to 25, and I really do appreciate that with the bottom of my heart, because I really never had no one care or help as much as they are doing now. I am trying to make it in life and become someone and have a career. I want to say, I gotta go to work today. I work at University of Maryland. That'd be nice.
I never want anyone to go through the struggles that I've gone through. Usually during the week, if it's a weekday, I go up to Yes. I like it because I love helping people out, even when I was real little. I remember that I always wanted to help the homeless out, so I can help others have a brighter future for themselves.
For me personally, I don't know about everybody else, but homelessness, it made me appreciate things that I have today.
Every weekend we go out into the community to do outreach for Loving Arms, the program, to do fundraisers every Saturday to raise money In addition to fundraising, we usually give out the flyers to tell them about the transitional living program.
Sometimes we go to parks, we go to neighborhoods, just literally try to touch the people. Like, we don't have to know that they're homeless. We can just have a conversation with them and just try to make them feel comfortable.
Usually make eye contact. I walk with them, smile, crack a joke, make it real humorous, make it comfortable for them. It's a real big responsibility, and just to know that I could be holding somebody's opportunity in my hands. And since I've been in this situation before, it drives me. It's fun. It's real fun just knowing that you can help other people.
I want people to know, no matter what happens or what you go through, you can make it. No matter what, you can always get out of a bad predicament. You gotta have that mindset as though you know you're going to get out of it. You know you're going to make it. You know this situation is actually going to help you become someone and be somebody one day.
We need to wake up to a new day, one where there are safe places for homeless teens. In particular, our city needs to do more to help homeless teens. Having a safe, dedicated shelter for youth would give us a sense of peace and security. Knowing that there is a bed waiting for you would make it easier for us to stay in school. We also need the adults who work with teens to have only their best interests in mind. Homelessness will never be an easy burden, but if Baltimore can do these things, we can help homeless teens achieve their dreams.